Hello, everyone. Welcome back to War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. This is my game against. Sorry, I was thinking about something. TF 1377. I hope the sound is okay, actually, is what I was thinking about. Anyway, this is April 24, 1942, and the Pompano gets a couple shots off, not at a transport, but at the Shinonomi. Anyway. Okay. Now the Pompano gets a couple of shots off at I missed the carrier name. It's sorry, it's hard to read on my screen here. Um, Completely whiffs. I don't know how you miss a target that huge. I know it's not just sitting static, it was moving. Juikaku. Juikaku. And we fire off 4 torpedoes, some kind of spread. It most likely is moving in some capacity, and I guess our angle was off. Okay, the I-30 off of Brisbane is not attacked, and now the I-30 takes a couple shots at the Le Triomphant, 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 French destroyer. Yeah. So he fires off a couple torpedoes. We don't find him. So that's that. The Kumano is bombarding Port Moresby. I don't know for sure. I'm going to guess it's just a regular bombardment, but he could be offloading more troops. I just don't know. Okay. I don't know what else he has in here, so let's just skip all this. All right, so it is just a regular bombardment. He beats up our troops pretty badly, mostly disabled, but still that lowers our um, assault value pretty heavily. And of course, beats up the base as well. The I-173 right here at Johnston, just parked. The Talbot finds it, but doesn't find it. Okay. I guess we found it and it dove and we lost it. Man, we're just having really, we're just, it's lately we haven't done hardly any anti-sub depth charges, just having trouble really pinpointing the enemy, I guess. Need some actual sonar. Okay, the I-28 fires at our little minesweeper. Okay, well, the Castlemaine is firing. Well, what our destroyers can't do, our little minesweeper is doing. And this is off of Sydney here, southeast of east of Sydney. All right, no results. Okay, so that's interesting. His subs have these float planes and they're flying around spotting a bunch of stuff. That's interesting, but okay. Saw a canceled raid there. Alright, we lost a vehicle. And bombing south of Pontianak. And still bombing down here. See if we can do something. It was clear, so I thought we'd let it go, but no hits. Now this was heavy rain, but it's a clear hex, so we thought it'd be worth doing. Trying to hit these tanks here. He's got tanks in both of these sections. We knocked out 2, disabled 10. That was under thunderstorms as well. All right. So I guess this is a follow-up to our earlier raid up here next to Aichang. Three lone bombers. With the heavy rain, that's pretty good. We'll take it anyway. Okay. We may have shot out a Japanese float plane. Sorry, flying boat. I guess that's what it is. And whatever about these subs hit. Just some eager crew wanting to look good. So yeah, that's the air phase. The I-30 is still taunting us there east of Brisbane. Man, what's the deal? Alright, bombardment here at Wenchao, as expected. And I also expected this because with that bombardment attack, I figured he would just go ahead and pull the trigger, send in his ships bombard, and do an attack on the same turn. So this may not hold, so let's just push through here. Yep.
Hello, all you
And all
poor
these
GIs
guys
and
are
Marines.
surrendering.
This is Orphan Anne at Radio Tokyo,
That's a
bringing you some
lot
hot
of
music
stuff.
and another blow to your morale.
Yeah, that's
Today, our
bad.
High Command announced that the ever
Well,
victorious forces of the Japanese Empire have captured Port Moresby.
well, the good thing about this, the bad thing is we lose a bunch of stuff. The good thing is we can rebuild it in Australia. Now, we don't have a lot of troops. I mean, the Australians don't have a ton of stuff, but we'll still get it. We'll still buy it back, get it on the map ASAP, and I guess we'll have it here in Australia to fight another day. But look at that. That's way too much stuff. We held it for several days, not near long enough, and now he's freed up his divisions to hunt us in Australia. Ah. Okay. So, bombardment attack at Surabaya. Yep, the usual casualty mounting up. All right, we have some base expansions. All right, be right back. Okay, this time I'm going to start here. This is going to be bad. Let's take a look. So the score obviously jumped way up for two reasons. He took Port Moresby and he knocked out a bunch of Australian troops, which have a lot of value. So that helps him a lot. Um, we only lost two aircraft, and those should be the ones that were parked at that were would never um, repair at Port Moresby. And he lost one in air-to-air combat. I guess that's the Mavis that we shot down. And he did lose four operational losses. Now, what I don't understand is our bombers still didn't fly there in Australia, and neither did we have any bombing over New Caledonia. Uh, yeah, I'm not. Things things seem to be taking um, like heavily in Japanese. The Japanese dice have been rolling quite well for a lot of things that they're doing, and our dice have been rolling very poorly. We're about to bombard here, but let's first start here. The two Arrow Cobras that never got repaired. He lost a Nate and a Sally, and the Mavis that got shut down, and a Nell for ops. So all in all, he has a lot more, well, a lot. He has a little bit more aircraft destroyed than us. Let's see. We lost a killed pilot. I guess there was a pilot left with that unit, and he um, maybe I guess they killed him, didn't capture him. Let's see. We certainly didn't sink a carrier this turn. All right. So, yeah, I guess the thing is, we didn't get any depth charges off, or very little. Our minesweepers are the only ones. We encountered a lot of subs, but no hits. We um, ran into a carrier, no hits. We had bombers scheduled to bomb, no flying. So, all in all, it was kind of a bad turn. So, we're just gonna I guess, reorganize and try to figure out the next steps. I mean, there's really nothing else to do. So I guess we'll go in swinging this turn and I'll let it retire. And now the amphibious force is here. I'm going to create this surface action. We'll meet them, in here ish, and escort them all the way in. Um, our carriers should be right off, yeah, right off of Pearl. So yeah, the other thing, and I'll do this another time, you know, when I'm not recording. But the other thing is, I'm gonna go here and all see all these, particularly say these three battalions. I'll buy back. Maybe Lark because it does belong to a bigger division, but and artillery. So I'll get some of this stuff back, especially if the cost is right. And it's probably just as well I haven't spent all my money on American stuff because this stuff will appear in Australia, and we're going to need all this stuff in Australia anyway. So I'll take a look and see what we can do about buying all this stuff back. Uh, yeah, Lark Battalion is pretty strong, and we can get a tank unit here. Um, I may not get these four base forces, probably not. Um, Certainly, I'll get the Australian Corps back. Probably this RAF unit back as well. So yeah, I'll get some of that stuff. It's going to be expensive to fill too with men and material, but all right. I don't know. Kind of again a bad turn for me. Still unloading, and we should have the ninth should be heavily unloaded. We are actually in good shape here because I spread it out into a bunch of ships. That has helped, I think, because see, it's fully unloaded actually already. Now, I guess it's still unloading supply as well as this this here. I'm not even remembering what this one was. Wow, my memory is foggy. But oh, right. So that's right. I broke these three off to unload it faster, and it turned out they all unloaded really fast anyway. I think because of all the naval support we have here. Um, 99. So so that was pretty good and nice and quick. Um, so yeah, this will make it like really strong. He'll need more than a division to take that. All right, speaking of, where are we at with these guys? So still got a lot of motorized support unloading. Exactly the opposite of what happened at Luganville. So yeah, may take a while. So settle in and get comfortable. All right, what else? Um, yeah, I mean, anti-sub action, got some aircraft shuffling around here. Most of the action is, of course, up here. So that's not true. I put these B-17s to rest because of the weather, maybe. I'm trying to remember what it was. It looks clear now, if this is to be believed. So, so what I'm going to do is the usual bombing of Cooktown Airfield with all of our B-17s. Should be 28 bombers. Not bad. Okay. Also, I did pass by over New Caledonia. Okay. Thunderstorms, but I feel like we have to hit it and use them all. Yeah, so here's where, okay, so here's where I'm going to hit the ground troops, I want to say. It's clear sky. Let's do it. All right. Let's, so, well, I was going to say something, but I'll just, I was going to say I'll do this off the video, but I'll just got a couple more steps here and should be it. It looks okay. What's going to happen is we're going to bomb his units here. I'm going to set, I'm going to, I think I'm gonna. Well, right for now, I'm gonna set everything to bombard because I want to see what happens with this attack, and then maybe even I'll do another attack with our tanks. I don't know. Let's look at this again. So where are our tanks? Oh, I can just do this. Perfect. All right. We don't have all of our tanks here, and this is just a TD battalion. I don't think that'll help us in an attack. I don't really want to use something like that on an attack. It looks like I'm wondering if I should give it one or two turns of beating up, like doing some more bombardments, checking out. I don't know. I kind of feel like doing a probe again, just a deliberate attack instead of um, not certainly not a shock attack. We'll do that again. I think it was successful when we only did that. Then we'll check out how badly he is. Then maybe what we'll do is attack with the infantry if we can do some more damage to his troops. We'll see. What we might have tore into that looked so epic might have been his small independent company. And so now if we're attacking his division, we may not be so successful. I don't mind testing that theory because we're only using tanks, right? And I say only, but it's not like we're going to be having mass infantry casualties as well. Uh, should be fine. Should be fine. All right. All right. Let's keep looking up here, maybe. All right, Surabaya, it's not going to last much longer. I don't know when he's going to attack. We got a lot of supplies here. What I probably will do is actually keep these fighters here. His detection is really high. If I withdraw his fighters, he will certainly start bombing that. So I feel like I have to keep the fighters there. Let's see. Also, we have several things ground attacking Madian. Or who got into here from Batavia? Yeah. So we had a bombing raid here. I kind of like the idea of everything hitting that one guy there. So let's do that. That looks fine. He still hasn't reached us up here. Anyway, I'm just sitting there. All right, this guy survived. He's ready to move. We get him over there, and now, whoa, jumped way over there. Okay, and now we can return to Colombo. But again, we'll go a little bit to the west some more. All right. Yeah, that looks fine. Go here up. Okay. Now, I don't know where that artillery piece is. Either it got destroyed or... Okay. I kind of want to check. Do we have anyone that doesn't have a target? Yes. So let's see if you can look here. Make sure nothing is there. And you can check here. Make sure nothing is there. Okay. And our bombers should be free to fly, but I'll give it one more turn, one more day. All right. I honestly don't know how long it takes to get night fighting skill here. Probably a long time is my guess, like maybe a month or two of training. That's something I should have thought of a long time ago. We haven't had much night bombing in this campaign, so it didn't occur to me. So I didn't do it. All right. Okay, there was a bombardment here, and that was it. And looks like we're at an impasse here, kind of all up the line here. It's kind of the same story. As far as I'm concerned, we can keep bombing this and this unless he wants to fly cap and shoot us up. I just figure, the more we bomb these, the more we can force them to use supply to repair. He's still marching west to encounter us here. We're should be almost there. Yeah, this turn will be in Yunnan, and I've reduced the supply here, or the required supply, hoping that it'll transfer up this road to here, because we really need it here, and it's not going. Now, is it possible there's a Japanese unit here that we can't see? I don't know, but I really need it to move up this road ASAP. Another thing, I guess, is I could get some cargo planes working supplies up there as well. And I guess if I have to, I'll do that. All right, so for some reason looks like he's walking across the mountains over to here. That's okay. Now it's possible, of course, that it's a tiny unit or something, and but it seems like he would just ship them out, and even if he wanted to go back here or here, he'd just ship them instead of walking them. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. In any case, I don't know. It looks like he's bugging out. I mean, if this is his carrier force, which he still could be here somewhere, the Pompano is still trying to work its thing. It still has 12 of the 18 torpedoes. That's fine. We do have more subs coming to patrol this, and if his carriers are indeed leaving out of here, that'll allow us to. But this opens up. Of course, he damaged this so heavily himself, and so he's going to have to fix this before he can make it operational again. And in fact, we could harass that and this kind of round the clock. I mean, we don't have infinite bombers, but still something to consider. Let's see. All right, this squadron looks like it's in really good shape, so I am going to move it toward the front. Let's see here. Not that front. I don't think we can fit at Townsville. That's unfortunate. But maybe Cloncurry. Well, that air capacity is only 2. But I had a thought. I could move, say, the Whirlways. They don't need a big airfield, and they're not doing anything here. Well, they're training. No, they're not even training. What are they doing? I don't know. I'll have to think about. I want to get those B-25s up here though. Just just slightly short of what I want on the aviation support here. Well, wrong view here. I could move off one of these like this smaller unit. Well, even better is this. This isn't even related to any of these. Yeah, this group is kind of the odd man out. Everybody's in Noumea. Yeah, okay. We'll swap this by removing these 5 fighters, it will drop this to 137, which gives us enough room to park those B-25s right here. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Um, you know, I'm gonna let it use rail. It's really okay if it doesn't get there. If it takes 2 days and then it still has to build up, it's fine. I'd rather do that than lose fighters in flight. All right, should be well rested and ready to head up to Townsville. Good. So I may leave it resting and ready to bomb another time. We'll leave it in this status one more day and maybe be rested for a bombing run next next turn. Now, what's concerning to me here is I don't remember seeing this doing anything over the turn, but it could be a lot of reasons. I'll just leave it in this status and hopefully they can succeed and hit some subs. Really want to get these built up, but I think first I'll try to flesh some of this stuff out here. Okay. 3-day delay before I can re replace that. Well, these are frontline bombers. Let's build this back up. We can get up to 8 and then, keep going from there. All right. I don't know what to say. It's kind of basically it feels like if this were real life, it would be one of those days that you just have to um, do the best you can and let morale build up again and keep at it. Really, it's just one step at a time. But the first step can be kind of an uncomfortable one. But what can you do but move on and just stop. Try to avoid poor mistakes, terrible mistakes. So I'm gonna call it here. I think I may be missing something. I'm you know I'm not processing this. I haven't quite digested the turn yet. I'll just have to again process and figure out the next steps and just keep trying to build this up. One thing I guess I'll do one last thing is I'll go back up here. Did we get any? Okay, so we didn't get any more transports into here, but the 27th C should be here. It may not need a very big transport, and I'll see what else I can get over to Sydney. I'll buy stuff out if I can afford it. Like with this, I don't need to buy out, but since it's going to Sydney, I'll grab what I can that's going to Australia that's free. And if I have some more money after quote unquote money, after buying out the buying back the destroyed units, I'll buy out some of these guys and try to get as much over as I can. I don't have a lot of transports here, just two, so I guess that kind of makes what I was gonna do moot. But and I still may want to wait until the 32nd Division gets here because if you look at this, well, troop load cost is let's just round it to 7,000. If we look at the West Point here, that's big enough to carry a whole division. We'll need, of course, some cargo ships, but that tells me we could get a division plus a regiment already on transports heading to Australia. So that's gonna be my focus. I'll just wait one turn and then I'll get the 32nd and 27th C heading over. All right, thanks guys. I'll be back the 20 I'll be back to talk about the 25th next time. Thanks for hanging in there, watching, and all the comments. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.